Okay, family. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. All right, family. So look, this is how I want to start this morning off. We're going to start with some quick affirmations. But before we do that, drop some fire emojis in the chat real quick, family. Let them know. Set the building on fire. I'm going to help you set the building on fire, family. Blow that joint up. Everybody should be on this call, especially if they're ready to win and take this to the next level, family. So I just want to say I'm grateful for every one of you guys. I'm happy and grateful for every one of you guys. I know most of you guys have, we worked closely and we're working closely to get you guys to the next level. So that's what these Mondays are about. These Mondays are specifically for you, right? So this is what I want to start off. I want to start off with some quick affirmations. So first affirmation we're going to start with is I am smart. Say that loud. I am smart. I am successful. And I am a millionaire. Well, welcome again, family. Today's topic is going to be awareness. We're going to speak on awareness and the importance of awareness. Because what's going to happen, family, is as you go through this process of becoming a better you, you'll realize that your level of awareness is raising. You're not going to want to be around low frequency people, low vibrational people. So therefore, with that being said, I want to make sure that you guys have the tools and resources to really be able to take this thing to the next level. So let's talk about awareness. Awareness leads to your education. Okay. So if you got a pen and a piece of paper, write that down. Awareness leads to your education. And education leads to your results, family. And your results lead to your growth. And then your growth is going to lead to your promotion. So if you're wondering, how do you get to the next level? Rich, I feel stuck. Rich, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to start next. Look, family, raise your level of awareness, right? Most of you guys, you have the results now, right? So now you got to focus on growing your individual self along with the people that you brought on already, the people that you have around you already. Because what that's going to do for you, family, it's going to propel you to the next level. Honestly. If you're ready to go to the next level, type a 111 in the chat. 111 in the chat. If you're ready to go to the next level. So look, how do we do that? Like I said, your awareness. Hang on, let me add these our guests in. Like I said, your awareness is what's going to lead to your education, which then is going to lead to your results, family. So you literally raise your awareness by staying tapped in. I'm going to say that again. You literally raise your awareness, family, by staying tapped in. Tapped into what? The Zooms. Tapped into the Go Live sessions with Matty Pips, with Money Marks, with Millie Mills, right? You got to understand that you being tapped in and plugged into the system that makes you money is what's going to raise your awareness. And is what's going to raise the awareness of the people around you. Right, family? So let me give you a prime example. This week we started, our guest group, our guest Telegram group, where we bring people in literally for 2 days. They're going to get a sample of what it is that we do. 30-minute session, right? Why did we do that? Why did we decide as a team to do that, to apply that? For the simple fact that we understood that when we have an individual who comes into our organization or someone who's looking to come into our organization, if we can show them results before they even plug in, it's a no-brainer for them. It's over with, right? So what you got to understand is plugging people into that Telegram group is for your benefit because it's going to cause you to have to do less explaining. They're going to be getting the results already, which is going to lead to your growth, which then is going to lead to your promotion, family. Because you got to realize the newest member has the most excitement. They have the vision clearly. So when we are having people in let's say our guest group and we make them money for the night, guess what? They're gonna be ready to go with you right away. Right away, right? The next thing after awareness is you get them educated through the academy. Okay? So what I mean by this is, yes, you'll have new members come into your organization and you'll want to plug them in to be sure that they get some results right away. But once they get those results, it's time for them to go to the next step and plug into the education, right? Because why do you plug into the education? Family, you plug into the education to keep you from gambling, to keep you from guessing. Because in the beginning stages, you made money from duplicating. You made money from tapping in, right? So you got to understand the importance, right, of you, once you get someone results, make sure that they tap in. Make sure that they're actually on the Zooms. Make sure they're actually on the go lives. The first 48 hours when I have a person come in, the first 48 hours in the business, I automatically do a launch call with them and I automatically get them plugged into the products that's going to make them money right away. I don't plug them into education or anything yet. I wait until they get results and then we get to talking about the education. I get them educated. So you got to realize this, family. Everything will be yours once you become the person you need to be to win. Literally, everything you want in life, right, is going to come from serving enough people. So therefore, you got to understand that you're not bringing people in this organization just to bring them into the organization because you want to take up space. You bringing people in the organization to make them a better them. When I do three-way calls with you guys, I always do vision exercises with your prospects, even with you at one point, right? That vision exercise was, hey, if you had all the money that made you happy, even if it was all the money in the world, what would you be doing right now? What would you be driving? Where would you live? What would you be eating? That's a vision. That's the highest form of themselves. I do that so that way I know, because you got to think words are pictures. So as you tell me these things, remember, half of you guys, I've never really met you. So that's how I see you in my head. Right? I always tell you guys, I see you for where you're going, not where you're at. So you got to understand the importance of that. You got to understand how deep that actually runs, right? Because the difference between where you're at and where you're going, it comes down to your system and your belief of how it doesn't make sense, right? Does your vision that we created during that vision exercise, even though you're not in alignment with that specific person right now, you will get to that point because you're becoming a better person so you can win. And trust me, family, everything will make sense. Everything will make sense. Like, honestly. So you got to remember, as a leader, you got to have the willingness to be coachable, teachable, but also be duplicating what you're learning. It's not we just get on Zooms, take notes, and don't apply those notes. You know, I talked to one of my leaders a few weeks ago, Darnell, and I explained to him what notes were for. Notes are to teach your team. That's how you train your team. As a leader, you have to have notes. There has to be a system. Remember, there's a system for everything that we do in this organization. There's a system for talking on the phone. There's a system for making money, right? So you got to understand, if you stay plugged in and you're completely coachable and teachable, you're going to duplicate the success of multimillionaires. The reason why you're plugged in and we do these mornings with Nano and different things is we have to take that old mind that you have out your head, get rid of it, and put a new mind in. A millionaire's mindset, right? How does the millionaire think? One thing about, successful people is they always celebrate other people's success. No matter if they're the one who achieved it or not, they always celebrate others' success. So once you get to that pinnacle level of leadership, that's what you start to do. You start to celebrate others' individual success while also duplicating and creating more leaders. So what you got to realize right now, especially if you have an organization, you want to start creating leaders. And if you don't have an organization, even more reason why to go out and find and create more leaders. What I want you guys to understand is that 90% of this business, right? 90% of this business is communication. 10% is skill. Why do I say that? I say that for the simple fact that you have to understand that you get to leverage individuals who have the results. So therefore, you don't necessarily need to know everything there is to know that skill, 10%. You just need to stay plugged in. Communication. You got to stay plugged in so you can make money. But this is the problem, family. For a lot of newer people, we got to talk about that awareness again. A lot of newer people don't see the vision yet. They haven't made real money yet. You want to know why? Because when you plug them in on night one, yes, they made money, but on night two, they did their own thing. Now, you guys, most of you guys on here, you know, like we duplicate and we leave it alone after that. Like we'll plug in on the session and then we'll put our pocket options away. The new person, they're addicted to that. So what they're doing is they're actively trading, but they're trading on their own. They're coming up with their own trade ideas without ever getting educated. Since the fact that they never got educated, guess what's going to happen, family? They're going to lose. They're going to lose their money, and guess what's going to happen, family? They're going to quit. They're going to quit because they're going to say, hey, it didn't work, because they didn't realize that they made a mistake. See, the thing about it, you have to understand, most people, they're used to quitting on themselves already. So they're looking for the first sign to quit on themselves. Yes, day one, they were booming, making money, but what happens is their level of awareness is so low that they got in their own way and it prevented them to see the continuous success. Then they automatically jump the gun and say, hey, this is not going to work. Sorry, Bill, this is not for me. Or sorry, Darnell, it's not for me. Sorry, TJ, it's not for me. Like, that's what happens. Because what they do is they do what they've been doing. And when they get what they've been had, they feel like this didn't work. Drop some fire emojis in the chat if y'all feel that. This should be a yes or yes. Like, do you understand me? Yes or yes? This is vital to your success. You have to understand the mechanics of the business, the mechanics of individuals. You are a leader now. You are a leader now. You're leading from the front, right? Now, when you get to the pinnacle level of leadership, of course, you'll be leading from the back. But right now, you're leading from the front. So therefore, you have to know what's going on. So how do we fix that problem? How do we fix the low level of awareness? Well, family, you have 7 days to fix that. When a person first comes in, you have 7 days. Now, let me tell you why. I'm going to give you an analogy I heard from Brandon Thompson, Chairman 250. He said, think about this. Think about when you take hot biscuits out the oven. When you take hot biscuits out the oven, they're piping hot, fresh, right? The hottest they'll ever be. But if you wait 30 minutes to an hour, what happens? That biscuit gets hard. It's no longer as hot as it was when it first came out that oven. You have to understand, when you bring new people in your business, they are that biscuit. They are hot as ever. So therefore, you have to be sure that you explain to them, hey, doing what you've been doing has got you where you currently are at. If you're happy where you're currently at, keep doing what you've been doing. But if you want something different, I need you to get rid of the old mind. What do I mean by that? You're going to be tempted to place your own trades. You're going to be tempted to think you know more than a multimillionaire who does this for a living, right? You're going to be tempted by these things. This is what you're telling your newest individual, because remember, they're hot out the oven. When you do that, you instill that in their mind. Day two. Day two is important. Day two is the plug-in date. Remember, day one was literally just you giving them the vision and understanding awareness, understanding that their own mind has gotten them where they're currently are at. So therefore, you're going to put a new mind in, theoretically, right? Day two, the plug-in day, this is important. This is when you go over our daily schedules with them. This is when you go over how to navigate IM.center. This is when you go over pocket options. This is when you go over the general raising of awareness, family. This is important. You don't want to bring people into this industry, into this organization without properly guiding them. You have 7 days. The next day, day three. Day three is result day. I want you guys to think about the experience that I gave you when you first came on. I did all of these steps with you. Day three is result day. This is when I either said, okay, Maddie Pip session at blah, 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 blah time. We're going to plug in. I'm going to make sure you plug in. I'm going to personally text you the link so you can't say you didn't see it. Right? Then right after that session, I'm going to call you or text you. More importantly, I'm going to have to call you though, because I want to see the level of excitement. Are you still excited? Right? Did you get results? Now, once that individual has, broken it down to me how they feel, the results they got, we move on to phase 4 now. What is phase 4? Okay, phase 4 is important. This is an important phase. Phase 4 is when you help them develop their list, right? This is when you help them develop their list. Like, you have to understand that a list is going to help them see the vision clearer, because what's happening is they have to be more apt and in tune to what you're saying, because now they're sharing the message. So therefore, they're more locked in and focused on the words that's coming out of your mouth. You raise the belief over those 3 days. By the 4th day, the list should be 100 people, right? But we're not making a list just to write a list. If you have a list that you don't use, there's no point for it, right? I'm gonna give you an example, right? Monte came in 24 hours in the company, 8 calls. 8 calls. I'm not lying either. No cap. I can show you all the calls if I really wanted to. 8 calls. I got them all written down. All the names, I could read the names verbatim. 8 calls. Massive action is what he took. Now, let me tell you why that's important, right? Because what it does is it transfers the vision from you to the newest leader. Now, I'm going to say that again. The list is going to make you transfer the vision from yourself to your newest leader. How does that happen? Right? It happens through the development of the mindset over that 3-day period. You broke disbeliefs that they once incurred before they started. Let me tell you how. The first one, you automatically raised their awareness when you told them to get out of their own head, period. What they're doing is not working, blah, 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 right? Second day, the day that you showed the plug-in day, the day you showed them everything, right? Now you showed them the system. Now you showed them how the system works, right? Day 3, we had results. So you showed them that the system does work. You raised their belief even higher. So therefore, on day 4, you're talking about the list. You're getting them to understand the importance of the list, right? This is going to really develop your leader, or show you if you have a leader or if you have a customer. At this point, I'm going to say that again. At this point, it's going to show you if you have a leader or a customer. I knew Darnell was a leader. I knew TJ was a leader. I knew Carlton was a leader. I knew Monte was a leader. I knew you guys were leaders, because when I brought phase 4, the list, you didn't get intimidated. You got on it. Like Carlton just showed me a list, 100 and some people, guarantee you, long list, right? And Carlton, we got to start calling them and getting them locked in for sure. But what I mean by that is you're helping your leader develop new skills. Sheesh, I'm gonna say that again. You've helped your newest leader develop new skills in 4 days. You did that in 4 days, literally, right? Now, the thing about it is you want to develop independent leaders. Your leaders should know how to present, how to call, how to plug people in, right? What's the easiest way to remember how to do these things? It's your experience. You want to have them have the same experience you had when you first got started. That's why we don't change things. That's why we have a system. Yes, it's so everyone can duplicate, but it's a system that's developing independence. When you do three-way calls, I guarantee you, like, for instance, I know for sure, Darnell know what I'm about to say word by word when I'm on a three-way call. Because it don't change. I'm just sharing the information again. It's not changing. I literally go through the same steps every time. Why do I do that? Think about it. I do that so you can learn how to do that. That's how you learn. You're not going to learn how to do three-way calls by me doing a webinar or a Zoom. No, you learn three-way calls by doing three-way calls, right? So it's important for you guys to understand that you're here to develop skills. Yes, you're here to make money too, but you're also here to develop skills. It's going to make you, honestly, going to make you the best version of yourself. It's going to bring you to the highest version of yourself because you got to think how you started it. You started it with your vision of you. So only thing we're doing day by day is just sculpting. We're just sculpting day by day. That's all we're doing, family. We're literally sculpting. So you got to think about this. This is the process, right? This is all we're doing. Step one, how to invite, right? Step two, how to put a person on a three-way call, right? Step three, how to do a follow-up. And step four, how to close, right? So you got to understand that when we're doing these different activities, when we're doing these different things, there's a lot to learn. You're gaining skills that you're going to be able to use, right? You got to become a good example. Like you want to be the best example of like success. So that's why we instill these, humility. We instill gratefulness. We instill edification. We instill these different things because I want you to be the best leader. I want it so when you walk in a room, you light that room up. Like our team is that sort of team. When we walk in a room, we light them up. Because that's how I move. So therefore, I know that if I put all of the juice, all of the good stuff in y'all, you're gonna do the same thing. People think you somewhat esoteric like, right? We're not saying currency gods for no reason. Like, so at the end of the day, you have to understand that there's greater vision behind what we're doing. Remember, we always talk about God, greatness on display. So therefore, being the best version of yourself inside and outside, with your family and with your friends, inner circle and outer circle. It's about that perfect harmony that's going to allow you to really, like people are going to be drawn to you. That's why I'm developing y'all the way I am, because it's going to draw people to you, not you having to go out and find people. I had a great call with Carlton and a few leaders a few days ago, and we talked about fishing versus hunting, right? What is fishing versus hunting? Well, what this means is, family, is I'm teaching you guys how to be fishermen. What that means is you're casting a net or a line, right? And you're attracting what you want. You're not a hunter to where you got to lay down in the grass and you hunting your prey. And I keep using this example, pissing on yourself, and you smell like piss when you walk in. The thing about pigs, a pig don't know they stink. So you got to realize that when what we're doing, you want to be wholesome. You want to be the fisherman. He kicked back. He's relaxed. The hunter is tense. He all over the place because he's trying to accomplish whatever the endeavor may be, right? The slaughter of that animal so that he can do whatever he's going to do. But the fisherman, on the other hand, he reels the fish in. Let's say he got a bass and he didn't want a bass. He wanted a catfish. What is he going to do? He's going to pull the hook off and throw him back in the water. The hunter can't do that. The hunter shoots and he's gone. The hunter is a one-shot, one kill. The fisherman is fishing. He's looking for leaders. He's looking for leaders. He's looking for leaders. Yes, you'll find customers. You'll find customers, but you're looking for leaders. And you know, Mandeep said, you know what, Rob? It's like a deck of cards. There's 54 cards or 56 cards, but only 4 aces. Sheesh. I'm like, whoa, bro. Why you just do me like that? 4 aces. Now, what that means is, yes, you're going to be going through a lot of people, talking to a lot of people, even having a lot of people in your organization, within your team, but you got to realize you're looking for 4 aces. You're not looking to develop 56 cards. You're looking to develop 4 aces. So when we talk about leadership development, it's not every single person you bring in your organization, they're going to be a leader. No, you give every single person the same chance, but not everyone will follow. So let's just kind of talk about faith, right? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. That's what faith means. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? Faith is everything in winning in this business, family. Everything. Desire plus skill plus faith is going to equal your success. But you got to remember what it said. Faith without, I'm going to say faith without work. It's faith without work, but then love is what's going to, is without, let me back that up. Faith without work is dead, right? So faith with work and love, you're going to have complete abundance. You got to stop. What I love about our organization and our team is so positive. Like the energy, our energy with each other is family-like. It's like we all long lost cousins and relatives or something, like honestly, right? So you got to understand that you make this your like peace. Make currency, guys, make this organization your peace. You already carry around conflict all day, right? Make this your peace, okay? Don't carry the conflict around when you come into the org, because what'll happen is once you let go of that, conflict that you're going through, everybody has them. And when I mean conflict, I just mean it can be anything. It can be the smallest, minute things. Whatever is bothering you right now, right? That's a conflict. Whatever is bothering you right now is a conflict. What you got to understand, the body follows the mind and the spirit. What that means is if I'm carrying around conflict all day, the body is going to follow that, right? What does that mean? That means it's going to seem like everything going bad for you. It's going to, like, you can literally deteriorate your health that way. Like, have you ever been so stressed out you got a headache or your back hurt, whatever, like, right? You literally, the body follows the mind. Why did I say that? Think about that. The body follows the mind. We talked about faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, right? So what's going to happen is once you start to clear your mind and stop letting moments ruin your whole day, right? Everything else is going to flow right. You will be in what's called as a natural flow state. What is a natural flow state? A natural flow state means I wake up when I want. I eat when I want. I go to the bathroom when I want, right? I go where I want. I do what I want. That's called a natural flow state. Most people never achieve this state because they have because it could be a 9 to 5, right? That 9 to 5, you wake up when it tells you. You go to lunch when they tell you. You go to the bathroom when you ask and get permission. That's not a natural flow state. Most people never get a chance to achieve this sort of like abundance, honestly, right? Because of what's going on. There's always so much going on and within your mind, within the head. Like, so you have to understand that why we say I'm grateful, grateful, grateful is so that you train your mind to stop carrying conflict. You train your mind to stop carrying conflict. When I'm having a bad day, I told some of y'all this sometimes. I just say, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'll literally just repeat those words. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Your energy is going to change off of that. Eventually, you will believe that. Eventually, I'm going to say it, eventually you will believe that, right? It's like gratitude. Like gratitude is such a powerful emotion, right? Because we don't express it enough, we don't know how powerful it is. So I want y'all to take some time right now, spend 10 seconds and think about what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for right now at this moment? I ain't gonna lie, I'm grateful for this family. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful to be around like-minded individuals who have the same goals and ambitions as me and want the same things. I am grateful for that, right? I am grateful for that beyond measure. So you have to understand what that is going to do and allow you to do. It's going to allow you to stop carrying around the baggage. It's going to allow you to understand that where you are at is not the end, right? I know I've been there, family. I've been there, family. I know some of y'all are sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? But understand this, it's your time now. It is your time now, right now. There's no more playing, no more waiting. It's now or never. What does that mean? That means that you are already aligning yourself to be who you want to be, to have what you want to have. So be grateful for that. Understand that. Understand where you stand as an individual. Most people right now, they're not on a call getting their mental right. Most people right now are worried. They're in the conflict state. They're not in a natural flow state. They're in a conflict state. Did you know that 75% of the world is always in a state of worry or fear? Over 70% of the world is always in a constant state of worry or fear. It can be worry of not being able to pay a bill. It can be fear of whatever. They're always in that constant state. So what you're doing here, I should say, we're all doing here is we're going from that state to the natural flow state. So that way now, like this is I live a lifestyle by design. Like I designed my whole lifestyle. I'm teaching you how to do the same thing. I'm getting taught how to do the same thing on higher levels now, right? I'm duplicating the people that have what I want. My mentor is an 8-figure, got buku bucks. So when he's telling me like, okay, look, Rich, you want to go to the next level, make it up in your mind first, right? Get out of the conflict state and come into the natural flow state and everything can start lining up. And I promise you, once I did that, that exact thing happened. Everything started to make sense. I started to understand that where I was at was not where I was going, and where I was going was such a high place that I have to be mentally prepared for it. The abundance that I'm about to receive is so high that I have to be mentally prepared for it. Same thing for you. The hardest thing in this business is believing in yourself for a long enough period to actually win. That's the hardest thing in this business, is believing in yourself long enough to actually win. How many times have you picked something up, put it down, pick something up, put it down, pick something up, put it down, and you don't get anywhere? How many times have you, if I got sports people in here, or team people, then you know what I'm about to say. But how many times have you picked something up, held on to it, worked hard at it, and it actually worked out for you? It ain't even got to be a team or a sport. It can just be life, something that you wanted to achieve. You got to remember the setup before you got what you wanted. The problem with most people is you forget the setup. Did you know that everything is created 3 times? Everything you see in the world is created 3 times. Once in the mind, once on paper, and 1 time in the real world. I'm going to say that again so it can resonate with you. Everything that you see in this world was created 3 times. Once in the mind, next on paper, then brought to the world. Okay? This is why faith is literally a substance of things hoped for, right? So what I bring that to your attention, because when you have that idea, that creative idea, or that vision for yourself, you have to have faith. You have to have faith. You have to believe that whatever it is you desire, you will achieve and you will get it. Like whatever it is you desire, believe that you will receive it. Receiving it already is the manifestation. This is why we say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am. Because we received it already in the mind. Remember, 3 times. Next, we gonna make sure we put it down on paper, our vision card. Let me show you, because when I'm around you, I'm gonna always check y'all vision card. So make sure y'all have y'all vision card on you at all times. Remember, created once in the mind, once on paper, next in the world, baby. This is why we do that. Remember, whatever it is you desire, if you believe in it, you will receive it. But the thing about receiving it is receive it first and be grateful before you even get it. So you start off with, I am so happy and grateful now that I am a chairman, whatever, by blank, blank date, right? It started here, then you wrote it down, then it comes to the world. Hold it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, but you got to learn to hold it in your mind long enough and clear enough, so that way you can take the next step. You can take the next step to get you where you want to go, right? So family, I wanted to really touch on that today, because I feel like we are at a prime level of momentum. This week, we have a group right now with 85 guests. There's 85 guests in this group, happy and excited, grateful to be there, ready to start their journey with us. 85 new people. Think about that. Watch how the momentum shifts. What that does for you is it puts you at a level of leadership for the newest person. So therefore, you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. This business is about to take a quantum leap, right? Every one of you guys are in a position to win. You are about to win. Do you understand how close you are? I want you to put that in perspective. We have 85 people sitting in a pool, okay, a guest pool, waiting to get their awareness raising, right? Some results. And right after that, boom, it's family. We about the quantum leaps. Literally, that currency group eventually will say 70,000 active people, right? They can go up to 200,000. So we're going to go there. 200,000 active members. 200,000, right? Think about being at the top there. Think about being a pinnacle level leader, right? Think about that. Not the monetary aspect, which is going to be beautiful, but think about how many beautiful souls that you have to mold. Like, people gonna leave our organization and win Nobel Peace Prizes. People are gonna leave our organization and develop communities within their community to help their community. If that makes sense. That's a paradox for you. How does it start though? It starts with you. It starts with us, I should say. This is our thing. This is not this is our thing. I want y'all to understand what that means. This is ours. This is our organization. You're getting to literally bring whoever you want with you to become a millionaire. Is that sinking in? Like, has that sunken in? That over the next, 6 months, even the next 90 to 120 days, you will not be the same person. You will not. Your confidence will be at an all-time high. Your finances will be at an all-time high. Your spirituality will be at an all-time high. Your mental will be at an all-time high. Your physical will be at an all-time high. Your health will be at its greatest point ever. Because it starts here. It starts right here. Once you're clear on where you're going, there's nothing that's going to get in your way to prevent you from getting there. So get clear, family. Be clear. If you're stressing over money, you got to plug in more. Right? If you really want to see what type of leader you are, you got to start talking to people. If you really want to change lives, you got to pour into people. Right? You got to understand the importance of what we're doing. You have a person that is depending on you to help them succeed. That's an honor. That's an honor. What we do and what we have, family, it works. You don't have to try to go and do no extra stuff. Like, that's the beauty about what we're doing, family. When y'all tap in to your highest being and your highest form, and you accept that you are a millionaire, that you are an impactful person, the doors will open. But you got to understand that you are that person already. All of y'all you're not the same person you were when you first got started. You are not. So understand, if you can do that over that short period of time, just imagine where you'll be. Like, you get into a point of development where you almost like a messiah. Pardon me, like, I'm not saying it in that way to be, I'm just saying, like, just the humility exhibited and the fact that you were able to lift your hand down and bring more people up with you is basically that. So, family, I want y'all to remember that. I want y'all to remember that what you're doing is you're creating your legacy. What you're doing is you're creating generational wealth. Family, like, there's no other opportunity like ours in the world. Like, we have some of the best people around. I have millionaires and billionaires numbers in my phone that I could call anytime, right? We are connected around millionaires and billionaires who are bringing us up with them. So family, look, I just want to say, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for trusting me to help guide y'all to a place of abundance, to a place of, even if you're not searching for abundance, to a place of peace, to a place of understanding. No, to a place of overstanding, right? So I want to thank you guys for trusting me with that. And best believe that is my highest priority, is making sure that y'all succeed. Like, period. Making sure that what you have in front of you is going to work. So thank you for trusting me with that. Next, I'm just grateful for the fact that we can all move together as one, as a unit, so where once we all have the successes that we will have, the group economics that'll back it will be unbelievable. Think about that. When all of you guys are Chairman 750, think about that. Think about what you can do, right? Money is a resource. Think about what you can do with it. So family, really just understand that faith plus skill and desire is going to equal your success, right? You got to use these different components together to get the success that you want to get. Don't give up on yourself. Do not. Your family is counting on you to break through. Your family is counting on you to break through. Your family is counting on you to break generational curses. They're counting on you. So you're not giving up on you, you're giving up on them. Don't ever give up on them. You got to understand that you are the black sheep. You're going to be the one to break the curses, but you have to see it first. Your vision has got to be clear enough. Family, understand that. Understand that you really have what it takes. I believe in you. Every other member in our org believes in you. I know you will be a millionaire. I know you're going to be a six-figure earner. I know you're going to make $1 million in the markets. I know you're going to buy your parents that dream home. I know you're going to buy your parents that dream car. I know you're about to retire your wife, your husband, whatever, right? Your mom, your dad. You doing this for them, your kids. So you're not giving up on yourself. You're giving up on the possibilities that you can bring to them. It ain't a lot of people in our family that's moving like we moving. It ain't a lot of people in our family that's tapped into higher level people that's giving them the game. You got to understand, if this was like the 40s or even the 30s or whatever, like, man, we was just poverty stricken. So don't play yourself, family. Don't play yourself. Like, this is serious. This is serious business. This is serious business. Why is it serious business? Because it pertains to our freaking families. So it's serious business. I don't play about mine, and I know y'all don't play about y'all's. It's time to retire your parents. It's time to retire yourself. It's time for you to get everything you deserve. Because you deserve it. You earned it. So don't give up. The days you feel like quitting, that's the day that's going to count. Do not quit. You got to understand that if you hold on, you're going to get it, family. You will get it. Trust me. I am a representation of that. I had an idea. I held on to it and it worked. I was able to buy my mom a house. I was able, my very $59,000 day, I was able to give my mom $20,000 in cash. At 22 years old, in cash. What I'm trying to do now, family, guess what I'm trying? Now mama need $2 million in cash. Now mama need that mansion. So guess what her son doing? I'm out here every day. Zoom, 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 three-way, three-way, three-way. Trade, trade, trade. I'm building wealth. I don't care about partying. I don't care what the Joneses got. Mama need a mansion. And I want to give her $2 million in cash. To some of y'all, it may sound unbelievable and it may sound like, ooh, Rob, you crazy. Watch me do it. Watch me do it. Duffel bags. Here, mom. Here you go. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Remember, things get created 3 times. The mind, paper, and in reality. So when I say I'm going to give my mom duffel bags, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. What are you going to do? Think about your vision. Create it in your mind so you can write it down and you can bring it to reality. What is you about to get your parents? What are you about to get your children? What are you about to get yourself? And I'm not talking about materialistic. That's not even what it's about. It's the fact that you can do it. It's the fact that we can do it. It's the fact that we got an opportunity right in front of us that's going to allow us to do those things. Like I plan on cashing my mama out millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. I'm talking about her bank account will have millions of dollars in it. And she can do what she wants. She won't even have to spend the money because she got a son that's going to make sure everything gets taken care of. I'm a sacrifice my time, my availability, so that way I can provide for her, for my son, for my wife. Think about that. Why the hell are y'all doing this? And if you're doing it and your why is your mom, your parents, or whatever, and you're not serious, you playing. You playing. This is serious business. Serious business, family. Like, it's y'all time, man. Like, it is y'all time. Do not let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody prevent you from achieving what you're going to achieve because you deserve it. Your family deserves it, y'all. So look, man, this was powerful. This was powerful, y'all. Y'all, Chairman 750s, for sure. For sure. Because this was powerful. I feel like somebody on this call needed to hear this today. They was this close from losing their faith. They needed to hear this today. They was this close. It's divine timing. So let's go ahead. Let's end with some affirmations because we got Millie Mills in literally 30 seconds, right? So I want to end with some affirmations, right? I am successful. I am smart. I am a millionaire. And I will break my generational curses. Like, you gotta be serious, family. It's time. No more games. Do not play yourself. And do not give up on your family. That's who we do this for. So family, I'm happy and grateful for every one of y'all. I appreciate everything that y'all do for this organization. I appreciate everything that y'all do. Do you understand that I appreciate y'all? So let's take this thing to the next level. Let's show the world who Currency Godz is. Let's show the world who we are as Godz. Remember, greatness on display is what that means. Let's show them. So family, I appreciate y'all for jumping on. I love each and one of y'all. I'm going to drop the recording in the group so y'all can check it out. But man, it's all love. And remember, do not quit on yourself. Let's make it happen, y'all. All love, guys. I'll see y'all on Millie Mill's session.